My fellow nerdikins, welcome back to another episode of That's So Nerdy. Today I've got a gameplay video for you that I've been meaning to put out for a while now, actually, and I will explain that why here in just a moment, but we are looking at Piccolo Jr. Evil Reborn versus Mechikabura. I have changed these decks since I made this video because I made this video a while ago because a lot of things have happened in my life. First, I got evacuated due to the Caldor fire, and then I had to find new means of employment, so I did that. Whole lot of fun, but now I can at least start to put out some more content because things have slowed down a little bit. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly, Tommy goes first because I am playing against Tommy once again. I could be wrong about that, but I think Tommy rolled higher than I did. Alright, so we got our life points up on the board. And then, by the way he's looking at his cards, yes, I believe Tommy goes first. So yeah, a lot of crazy things have been going on. The Keldor fire is finally under control, and everything's all good. Tommy is pitching 2 of his Dragon Balls to draw 2 cards. He played that's Salsa. Yeah, that's Salsa as energy. And then I believe... Oh, no, that's right. Oh, wow, this is old. So he plays out Black Smoke Dragon, Offering of Destruction. I no longer play that Unison card in my Mechikabura build. But it works for the time being at the time of recording of this match. So he played the Unison. He's doing the ability to do the Dragon Balls and then draw a card. And I've told him a few times that sometimes just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And I really think he's starting to understand that. He's getting a better feel for it. Because our games as of late have actually been a lot closer than our previous matches. And he made a lot of really good plays in this game as well. I don't recall. I think he may have pulled it out. So I play energy and then play my Demigra Unison. Yeah, I think he may have won this one, or it may have been me. You'll be just as surprised as I am. I really am just going to be doing a legit play-by-play. I don't remember what our thought process was. I don't remember any of the details of the game. I'm just bringing this content to you guys since I've already made the video. So I feel like it would be kind of disrespectful to you guys to not at least put it out there. But so I played on my Demigra. I attacked with both him and my leader, and now it's back on Tommy's turn. He's drawn for his turn, trying to decide what he's going to put as his energy, and he throws down a Toa as energy. Which, I mean... Oh, and then he stacks his Unison. I don't know if putting the Toa down for his energy was the right move. Honestly, if it were me, I would probably have used the Unison for the energy and then used Toa for her abilities, because however, even though I don't have a battle card on board, it also forces me to warp a card from my hand, and then I get to draw a card. So shout out to Attack on Productions, because I'm about to steal this quote from him. I believe it's Fluff that says it all the time, but the more decisions you force your opponent to make, the more likely they are to make the wrong decision. So that's kind of the play style that I've tried starting to adopt instead of my normal kind of mid-range slash aggro, if that makes any sense. But so now he's attacking with leader. Searched out the Dragon Balls. And now he's doing the Dragon Ball's ability. Doing the Unison's ability. And then I believe this is the turn he's going to awaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think with the Unison's ability that gets 7 Dragon Balls into his drop area. I could be mistaken about that, but I think that's the case. Now, unfortunately, it does look like he did have 2 of the Dragon Balls in his life. Or no. It was, I think, 1 of the Dragon Balls in his life. I don't recall. I'm sorry. I was too busy running my mouth to be paying attention. Alright, so he taps 1 energy to play out Salsa, which allows him to warp a battle card from my drop area, which I don't have. And when it attacks, I warp a card from my hand and then draw a card, I believe. Yes. Or no, when it's played, I warp a card from hand and draw a card. And then when it attacks, it warps a card from drop. That's right. That's what it is. I had it reversed. My bad. Alright, so now, yes, I was correct. This is the turn he awakens. So now he has access to all of the abilities on the awakened side. If you need to know any of the abilities of any of these cards that are played, you can go back to my previous videos on the channel. I've done a deck profile for each one of these decks that I've used in any of my gameplay videos. So if you're curious about any of the cards used in any of these decks, you can always go back and just check those videos. And I am always constantly updating the tech for those decks using DBS Deck Planet. So the link in the description for all of these cards, all of these decks for their profiles will always be the most up-to-date version of my deck. So I played Assimilate, pulled out Piccolo Jr. ready to fight from my deck because, for those who don't know, Assimilate allows you to pull out a 2 or less green or yellow Namekian from your deck. So I'm throwing out Gohan because I need to get some self-awakening done, because this leader, honestly, is kind of garbage on its front side. Because you only get to draw a card when you attack the leader. So he countered that first attack. I took the life anyway. Played out another Gohan. I'm swinging in again, seeing if he's going to counter again. I've already decided at this point that even if he counters, I'm going to be taking the life. So he does counter again. I take the life, and now I awaken. I get to restand the 2 energy that I spent to send out Gohan. I destroy his, I KO his Salsa, give my leader the plus 5,000. Which, at this point, doesn't matter because my leader's already attacked, but I just wanted to KO his battle card. So for those who don't know, Newfound Power Son Gohan is a 5k attacker, but when he attacks, you can take a life to your hand, and he gains 10,000 in crit. So he becomes a 15k crit for the battle. Or it might be for the rest of the turn, but either way, they're back to 5k here. So now the game's gotten a little bit more even. We're both at 4 life. I have passed turn back to Tommy. He is now deciding what he wants to use as energy. And in Tommy's defense, he is not super, at this point during recording, he was not super familiar with what the cards do in Mechikabura, because he's only played it a couple times, and I've shifted it a couple times since he's played it, and I've also shifted it a couple more times since this video. I will actually be doing a new gameplay video and new deck profiles as soon as I get the chance to get together with Tommy and do some recording. And I may even start doing recordings of maybe our untapped gameplay as well. I don't know if I'll do that one as much, because we kind of iron out the details of the decks in untap and do what the cards, figure out what the cards do in untap. So he tried to play Shroom, and then I charismatic villained and KO'd it. So since Shroom's ability only procs when he attacks, it saves me from having to warp anything. Alright, so now he's going to, I believe, do the Unison's ability to shuffle and draw. Or he might just let the marker sit there. If I'm him, I'm playing that Toa blocker out, warping one of those Gohans off the field, and then waiting for my opponent to warp one out of their hand. And then that honestly opens up everything for his gameplay. But like I said, he doesn't really know at this point what this deck is fully capable of. So he just decides to steal my Gohan, and then he's going to pop it to play out Ginyu, which is a smart move. But he's still lacking in the sense that he can still play out that Toa, warp my Gohan, and then warp something from my hand, and then the King Vegeta Zeno is online, Mechikabura is online. Oh wait, no, Mechikabura only has to be turn 4. You only have to pay 4 energy for that. But Devilish Dominator is on. Oh no, Devilish Dominator's 4 in warp. But if he paid more attention to what's going on. Oh yeah, I warped the Gohan because of the Dragon's ability. Yeah, and then getting one more into my warp is gonna make it so Supreme Kai Time is online. It's gonna make it, just would make his play so much better, and all he needs to do is play that one Toa. But he doesn't understand at this point. He didn't understand that that's the whole idea. Like, just get those cards out there. It doesn't necessarily need to attack right away, as long as you're getting those cards into the warp, because you get those cards into the warp, then you can get out your boss cards. Alright, so I comboed with Charismatic Villain to combo out, and then Shocking Death Ball to counter the double strike. And then he didn't have anything for me to KO with the Shocking Death Ball, so that, I mean, that's fine and everything. Doesn't bother me. At this point, I'm wondering if he's out of plays, but then no, he plays out Shroom, swings with Shroom, bam, and then warps one from battlefield, one from drop, and then I played out the Homicidal Clones for the negate, and he didn't have any more attacks to swing through with, which is actually fine with Homicidal Clones. That doesn't bother me because they do have combo power, unlike the Frieza's army and Child's army reinforcements. So I KO the Ginyu using my leader's ability, and now I'm swinging in for 20. Before I swung in, I added the marker to my unison. Now I'm swinging in with my unison. And right now, for me on King Piccolo's side, or Piccolo Jr. side, this is where things start to get interesting, because I start pressing, I play out Purina and then play Piccolo underneath it, which allows me to draw a card, and then it gains plus 10,000 in critical, so he is countering with Supreme Kai of Time and choosing which card to warp. So he's going to warp Purina. Oh, no, he warps the token, so it fizzles. And this is before I actually started using cards for the tokens. I've started using cards for the tokens and stopped being so much of a degenerate now. Alright, so I pass the turn back to Tommy. My Purina comes back from warp. And I typically just, if it's only going to warp for the turn, I'll typically just put it face down on my battlefield and make sure that's okay with my opponent, because otherwise I'll forget. I'll leave it in the warp, I'll never get it back, and the game is just off for me after that. Alright, so he chooses to warp my Purina when King Vegeta comes into play. And I could be wrong about this, but I may remember that we actually have some misplays coming up. I think I may start warping cards every time I swing in over that Vegeta, or I could be mistaken and actually did it right, because at some point, oh, that's right, a dormant potential. And then, so obviously this tech is still going through. And I super combo, and I send, I think it was a Shocking Death Ball to the bottom of my deck. So I super combo to combo out of that attack, and I have another super combo in my hand. I saw a glimpse of it. So he's doing the unison, doing what it does. Now, for me as the Piccolo player, I definitely want to make sure to take this before turn 5 when he can play Shenron the Wish Granter, because if he just comes in with that much power, I don't have an answer for it with what I have in my hand and possibly what the build is currently. Because, as I've said, the build has changed dramatically. And actually, I want to point out that I am using the Great Saiyaman super combo instead of defending Father Paragus, and that was because I didn't want to put cards into the warp faster for him. If I needed to use my super combo earlier and he wasn't able to get cards into my warp like the game plan really wants to for Mechikabura, then it becomes more feasible for me. But yeah, I really want to, so this is turn 4, and I believe I've got my Vegeta Resolute Agent of Destruction in my hand, which is why I'm swinging in with the unison as I am currently. And then he doesn't have, oh yeah, I swing with my lead because I was planning on saving my energy to be able to do this, to play out Vegeta Resolute Agent of Destruction and wipe his board. Now I've got a 25k double strike crit on the board that I'm going in right now. And I'm hoping at this point he doesn't have a response, but he does. I just don't remember which one he chooses. He power bursts. And at this point, there's actually no 1-drops in that deck. So power burst was really, really rough at that point in this build, but that actually has changed. I have changed that. I've changed this Mechikabura build quite dramatically. And the Piccolo build is still fairly similar, but it has been improved because I have gotten better cards since this video was made. Homicidal clones to get out of this attack. And since Tommy went first, this is his turn 5. Oh no, it's turn 4. Oh, I think he forgot. He may have forgotten to charge energy. See, I handed him my drop because he gets to, or my warp because he warps on my battlefield and then picks cards from my warp to add. And really the only good card that I had was the Piccolo. So he takes the Frieza also. But the Frieza doesn't matter, it's just combo power. So I super combo. Apologize for the noise in the background if it's coming through. My kid's getting a little crazy, but we're almost done here. Then I super combo again. And then I just dumped hand to combo out. Well, dumped most of my hand. It looked like I still had some. Alright, so I draw Assimilate. Pull Piccolo Jr. Now, I'm really worried that I'm not going to be able to make it through to him by the end of this next turn. I skipped my charge and everything because I didn't have anything that I wanted to put in my energy. So I swing with lead. I was stupid when I swung with my lead because I could have popped the Piccolo. Oh, no, I can't. His energy cost is too high, too. So, yeah, Tommy's comboing out there. And then I believe this is going in for game. I think I actually win it here. Oh, there. Now I use the Piccolo. Oh, so Piccolo can be a target. So now I use it, and I think I remember saying something about being upset. Yeah, boom. And I play out Demigra. Then combo up. I'm going all nice. Okay, so yeah, I did pull this one out. Alright, well, if you like what you saw, go ahead and smash that like button. Leave a comment and subscribe, and stay nerdy.